That's the rock to you. You already know I'm gonna be out there throwing those spirals.
Lay down.
Call
Sit.
me Mahomes.
Stay.
I did have one day of practice. I'm like, call me Mahomes.
That's how I was too. I was like, I'm invincible.
Right. Right.
Yeah, trying to tackle everybody off my
Right.
mind.
Right.
Yeah.
Look, new me.
Man. What it do, you too? It's your girl. It's your girl, Artae'Ja. You done tuned in, baby. You done tuned in to Artae'Ja Black Magic TV, baby. Ooh! And I know y'all read the title already. You know what we here for. We doing this Q&A about life. We finna get real. We finna tell it all. You feel me? I got my nigga Tip with me. Y'all seen her in the last couple videos, or not the video, but last couple of my video. Damn. Not my last video, but the one before that. Y'all see Tip in there. We was doing the auditions for Project Rebel and shit.
Yep.
Yeah, so y'all go subscribe to the TTIMETV.
That's right, y'all.
Tip in the building.
Tip in the building, y'all. If y'all don't already know, YouTube channel TTIMETV. That's TTIMETV, y'all. And subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Support. It don't cost you nothing. And you know what I'm saying? Rock with my girl Ja. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got a new nickname.
That's what I call it, y'all. It's Ja. You know,
I'm rocking with it.
Artae'Ja. Artae'Ja. We just take the art and then we just snatch the Ja out of it. We just snatch that Ja out of it. And there you go. That's what
I'm fucking with it. But y'all already know what the deal is. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell because you know when I post, it's another lit video. So, look, we finna get straight into it. We ain't finna hold you no more. We finna get straight into it. So the first question, first of all, they need to see part 1 first if they ain't see part 2.
Go to the channel.
So pause. And go ahead and watch that one. On TTIMETV, yep. Part 1 is there.
This is dope. It's lit, man. Part 1 is dope. Part 2 about to be lit.
Part 1 is good.
Go to TTIMETV. Y'all don't want to miss it because you can't watch part 2 if you didn't watch part 1. You know what I'm saying? So go on in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Put that car in reverse. Put it in reverse.
Hold on.
Subscribe TTIMETV. Search for.
Yeah. Come back.
That's what it says.
All right, now y'all here. Y'all done seen it. So let's get into it. So I'm gonna go a little kind of random. I got a few questions, but one of the questions though, I kind of feel like we talked about it in part 1, but we're gonna go ahead and start this part 2 with that question again. Well, what qualities do you look for in a woman?
I say a woman with a genuine heart and spirit. You know, because people can say they love you. People can do things and not be genuine. Yeah. Because one thing people will do, they'll do something for you, then they'll throw it up in your face. Ooh. And I feel like when you want to do something with your partner or you want to do something for your partner, it's supposed to come from the heart. So it don't even matter sometimes if it's not reciprocated back. You know, if I feel like picking up fresh flowers for you just because I'm thinking about you, I'm not thinking about myself and what I'm gonna get back in return. You know what I'm saying? So just somebody that's genuine, just a genuine connection, a genuine spirit, and I like smart girls.
Yeah.
So like I said, I like a woman that's smart, book smart, and a mixture of street smarts. They gotta have both. You gotta be able to defend yourself, and you know you gotta know what's coming your way. If somebody BSing you, you know, so yeah, book smart, street smart, and all of that, all of the above, y'all.
That. Okay. Oh, I'm supposed to answer the question too. So the qualities that I look for in a woman, I feel like you hit on a lot of good ones. Like, you definitely gotta be smart for me. I can't stand a dumb motherfucker. One that don't got no grammar. Don't text
if
me.
you can't speak well, bro.
I can't even get through the text message because that's a turn off, automatic turn off.
Yeah.
So
and then even, I'm sorry, don't mean to cut you off, but even outside of the text, like I got to be able to take you places.
Yeah.
So if you
don't embarrass me,
don't embarrass me, dog.
Man, that's not what we doing. Yeah, no. Definitely, I need a communicator, a good communicator.
Facts.
You gotta be able to talk to me. Tell me how you feel.
Yep.
You know, tell me if you feel like I'm falling short, or if I'm not doing something, I did something you don't like, and vice versa. When I'm doing everything right, like, give me those words of affirmation back, right? Hey. Let me know that I'm doing my job. Let me know that you appreciate, the things that I'm doing. And like you said, being genuine, like, baby, a genuine heart is worth so much more than like any precious diamond to me, like any like material thing, like none of that shit matter. And baby, you gotta be my peace.
Woo, you ain't said nothing but the word PEACE.
What?
PEACE for those who don't get it. Capital P, capital E. Right, for the ones in the back. Peace. Yo. That should be number one. Yeah, really.
It was.
You know what I'm saying?
It is. It's number one.
That's really number one for me too. That peace, and then what you said, just to piggyback off of that. Like those affirmations of, babe, I really appreciate you, go a long way. Just the encouragement. Or just to be my motivation too when I'm lacking. Some days I may not feel like it, but if you just like, okay, well, get up, you know what I'm saying? Get out of bed, get the day going. Once you do that, you gonna feel better, you know? So, and just let me know when I'm doing good. Let me know when you don't have to, I'm not the type of person that you gotta keep telling me, but every once in a while, just say, hey, I fuck with you. Like, you really doing a good job. So I fuck with that, what you said.
Okay. What's up? So what's one lesson that your past relationships have taught you?
Ooh. Dang.
Oh wait, but first, before you answer that question, because I feel like we need a little liquid courage anyway.
Straight up.
And we ain't straight up do our shot on the intro. We sipping, y'all.
She got me on that brown. Yakety yak. But say the question again.
All right. So what's one lesson that your past relationships have taught you?
Wow. Each relationship, I guess, has taught me different things. But when you're in a relationship, they do tell you about yourself too, not just the other person, because you do learn a lot of things. So I say, for me, I would say probably being more, because I'm more of like a direct, straightforward person. And then sometimes you rarely see the sensitive side of me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I guess just to I don't even think it's a guard. I just think it's just me though.
Yeah.
Because I've heard the same things, like, how do I know, you feeling me, or how do you, like, just to be more, what do you call that? Just more sensitive, I guess, to my partner's needs and listen more. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I'm a straightforward person, very direct person, and it could come off as like a a-hole or a jerk or something like that. But I don't mean no harm by it. It's just my personality. Virgo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Virgos, you already know. We gonna give it to you, but we don't mean no harm, baby. I promise. We give it to you straight, raw, and uncut, but I swear, I promise. Virgos, if we love you, I mean, that's just pretty much it. We're gonna be loyal to the game, and we're gonna take care of you for real. We're gonna take care of your heart. But I think for me, just to kind of tone it down and then be more gentle with my words.
Okay. You feel like you harsh with your words?
Yeah, sometimes I can be. I don't think it's harsh, just kind of just straightforward. Like, I don't kind of water it down a little bit, because if my girl, like, ask me something like, you look good, but instead of saying, you look good, yeah, baby, you look good, you look good today. I'm proud of what you're doing, and so
I feel like I'm too. Sometimes I like sugarcoat some shit too much, and I would need to have that median. You feel me? Because it's like you don't always want to be that one to just be like just saying, the good shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta sometimes give it to them like that because that's sometimes how people gotta take some shit. You don't want to be like, oh well, I think, but it's alright. But you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you just gotta just give it to them. Like,
so you feel like you kind of just water it a little bit, or more like to their needs, or how you feel like they
to their needs.
Okay.
Like if I know that she's sensitive about something, like I might not like get on her too bad about it. Like I'm trying to think of an example, but like I just be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I ain't fake with it. Like I'm gonna tell you if I feel the way, but I'm gonna also tell you in the most gentle way. And sometimes it may not even get through your head. Like you may not even have reciprocated it the way that I was trying to give it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I said, ain't nothing wrong with that either. Because it depends on the woman. A lot of women need that, and we ain't gonna say watered down, but it's just more of like not as direct and just like gentle more. So I need a little bit from you. You need a little bit from me.
Exactly. That's what I'm getting from this.
That's pretty much what it is. So I dig that.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess I'm supposed to answer that question now. What's the question? What's one lesson that I learned from my past relationships? That everybody just ain't gonna do you like you do them. For real. Like I done went all out for females, you feel me, just to barely get the bare minimum back. You know what I'm saying? Or barely like even feel love. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn.
Yep.
But I also know that there is somebody out there that will reciprocate that will, you know what I'm saying, show you everything that you need and want.
For sure.
But I've definitely learned the lesson the hard way that not everybody is like that.
So you'll go into like your next relationship, and would you like pull back a little bit with how you are? Because that just seems like your personality. Because what if it's that one?
I've noticed that. So in my dating years, because I've been in relationships and I'm single and I've been dating, and but like I feel like in my dating years right now, currently, I am very backed off. Like I don't.
So you guarded?
Yeah. I'm very guarded, and it's because it's like I've learned the hard way, like I said. But it's not because it's like I'm jaded, but it's also like at the end of the day, you gotta protect your heart. You gotta protect your mind. You gotta protect your peace. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody come in between you and any of those things. You know what I'm saying? Facts. So yeah, sometimes you gotta be guarded. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to be like, I don't know about you. I'm a rock, but I'm not finna really rock. Like I'm not really finna like fall for you. But
I feel that. I feel that you gotta protect your heart for sure. In that situation, because you don't want to keep being in that same cycle. So, and it's just not even being guarded. It's just like kind of slowing down a little bit, and maybe understanding, like pull back and let that person. What you do, let that person show you off the rip. You know what I'm saying? That's who they about.
And it don't even be the same per person, right? Like I'll feel myself being completely closed off to this one, right? But then I'm like, all right, I'll get vulnerable with this one. It depends. Like if your energy in it, if it's not giving like vulnerability, I'm not gonna give that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta earn it. That's earned. It's not just given to everybody.
That's facts. Because people, and that's something that I'm so the opposite of her. Like I walk into a relationship, I come in like I'm not vulnerable. So I think that's something for me to work on. like I said, there's a give and a take.
Yeah.
It's a give and a take. So, because I'm just so like, because girls be like, damn, do you got emotions? Do you got feelings?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, they there. They gonna come out, but
sometimes
it's the process for me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's the process. That's like if you with your woman, are you gonna give your woman all of you off the rip? Like if you having sex or something, whatever, or you gonna like, it's just, for me, it's just, I don't know if it's that Virgo way, but I just like to it's kind of messed up because people like, I go all in the first time or whenever, you know, but like I just, you're not gonna get all of me. Like you just gotta stick around and stay tuned.
That shit is earned. It's not
earned, right?
Like everybody just ain't getting that.
You can't give everybody the same thing, can you?
You can't.
That's crazy. You giving out, you out here just giving out your heart like that.
Too much. Like
yeah. So I'm always looked at as the bad guy because I take my time. You know what I'm saying? And I might be a little bit too slow, but at the same time, I'm trying to figure you out. I'm trying to figure you out because I know my heart. I know what I got to offer.
And if it's meant to last forever, what's the rush?
What's the rush?
Ain't no rush.
That's facts.
And forever.
Facts.
So, all right, let's see. I guess we could go into this one next because it kind of leads off. How did you handle your first heartbreak?
Man, I was a wreck, man. That first beating out your chest, what's that feeling? What's that feeling like?
Feel your heart in your ass, like.
I couldn't eat. I could eat for days, man. Like I couldn't eat, but like it took me under. My first heartbreak took me under, and I think it was just the idea of like you get so used to a person. And then you just like, what is life gonna be like? Because your first, you don't know, you like, what is life gonna be like without this person?
Yeah.
You know, because you're so used to that person. So you don't know what's on the other side.
And most people are very young at their first heartbreak.
Super young.
Right? So it's like you haven't even really experienced life. You don't even know what life is. And you just feel like your whole life revolves around this person. And so when that person is gone, is ripped from you, it's like, oh my gosh, life is over. Life is terrible. I didn't eat or drink or none of it for like 3 days on my first heartbreak. For real. Like
it's
it was like
that.
sickening. I'm like crying like my heart.
You really
out.
Be ill, man.
Yeah, like literally sick. Like no cat. Like that shit is, and that's why I believe that. Like, well, you know, they say that like it's true that you could die from a broken heart.
I feel that.
And it's usually with older people who have been together for so many years. And when that person dies, their heartstrings, they actually can be so stressed out and they break, and that causes a heart attack and they could die.
And that's exactly what heartbreak is. That's like when you break up with somebody that you've been fully invested in, this person been around you in every single way. And even if they not dead or anything or passed away, like just them not being there, it feels like a death, you know, because you are like, it's a process, it's a mourning process when you're not with that person. So that's what it was like for me, and I took it really hard. But I did, you know, I built myself up, and I think, you know, going through a heartbreak, it only makes you stronger. You know, you gotta, because some people, they not as strong, you know, some people, because that shit do hurt. But for me, it just made me stronger, and it just made me be a better person, you know. So I got into stuff like fitness or whatever I could do to get my mind off of that shit, man. So, but yeah,
that shit
crazy.
What did your coming out look like?
So it's like two parts to this. So I was in high school. I had my first girlfriend in high school.
Okay.
Which was a good, like my best friend.
Yeah.
So my friend used to write me like, I don't know, I'm telling my age, but this one we had like love letters, like love notes, little notes in the classroom. And so I kept all the little love notes that she wrote me in my backpack, right?
Yeah.
So my sister, she a little older than me. She went into her nosy self, went into my backpack. So she saw all the love letters. She saw all the love letters in my backpack, and then guess what she did? She told my mother.
Damn, she outed you.
She outed me, dog. She was like, "Oh
damn,
no,
big sis, come on,
right?
How you supposed to be play about it? Keep it P, baby.
She wasn't P at all." So my mom's come to me like, "What's up with the love?" And I played it off. I was like, "We just friends. That's what friends do." You know what I'm saying? So from that point on, like, she probably had speculation, but she never said nothing else. And I didn't come out. I didn't come out and say I was, but it was just like, okay.
Yeah.
But then the twist, I got a little bit older, and shit, it was like Christmas or something, and I just brought my girlfriend over for Christmas. I just brought her over, like, hey, this is my girlfriend. So that was my coming out. Like, it wasn't no sit down, but my mom did. She was just like, I don't understand that lifestyle. And then she was just like, is this something I did wrong? Or I was like, nah, you know, it ain't nothing you did wrong. And she was like, I don't understand it, but I'm going to support you. And, and thank God I got supportive parents. So if I couldn't even imagine like what life would be like if my parents didn't support me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. My coming out story it's kind of like, I was kind of outed, but at the same time, I also came out, like, cause I have two parts, just like you. Like, me coming out to my friends and my peers was one thing, and then me coming out to my mom, my family was like different.
Yeah.
That was a different thing, right? The story really is crazy. I'm gonna keep that for a whole story time, though. Y'all gonna have to log in for the story time of my whole coming out story. But to keep it like quick, so in the 6th grade, it was this shorty. I was feeling her, right? We had went to this party. She gave me a little dance, and I was like, I'm feeling her, like I like her. So next day, or like Monday, we go to school, and she was in my P class. She was one of the little popular girls or whatever,
Yeah.
She was with her little popular posse, whatever. And I'm like telling my best friend, I'm like, yo, I really rocks with Jordan. Like I mean, Jalen, I like her. She was like, don't tell nobody. I said, nah, I'm finna go tell her. I would tell her. My best friend was like, I don't think you should do that. I'm like, nah, for what? I'm gonna tell her. I think she like me too. Cause my best friend, everybody say like everybody. I think everybody like me too. But anyway, because why wouldn't they?
Yeah, why not?
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, I'm finna go tell her. So she walk in with her little friends, whatever, and I'm like, Jalen. I was like, can I tell you something? She come over. I'm like, I like you. Like, she's like, I like you too.
You just kept a P with her.
Yeah, I'm like, no, I really like you.
Yeah.
She was like, and then she go run off to her friends and, oh my God. And then they made it like weird. Cause in the 6th grade, when I was in 6th grade, that shit wasn't popular or nothing like that. Right, so for me to even do that was bold. That was big.
You straight kept a P with her.
I was just like, I don't give a fuck. Like, what y'all feel? I don't care. And I just want to tell them. But the coming out story of my mom was different. Like I got outed, and I actually got outed by my girlfriends at the time, mom. Because that's a whole story. But basically, she
was her mom not in agreement with it.
So her mom didn't know at first either. Until then, she got her heart broke for whatever reason. She was sad, right? I don't remember really what happened, but at that point, everything is, oh my God, life is over type shit. Yeah. So she tell her mom, as she's sad, that like everything. And so her mom now don't fuck with me. She's like, oh, I don't want you to see her no more. Because when you tell her and you're bawling your eyes out crying, you know what I'm saying? Your mom not finna be like, oh, I love her. It's okay. You the bad guy. Like, I'm the bad guy.
Stay away from my daughter.
Right. Like, so.
That's exactly what it is.
Her mama ended up coming over to mama's house and telling her. And yeah, that was kind of how my that was kind of out of that.
So what your mom say?
My mom was not. So I knew I gotta tell the story at the story time.
Okay.
But
just to sum it up, was she okay?
My mom was not. No.
She wasn't okay.
No.
Okay.
See, my brother is part of the LGBTQ community as well, and he's older than me. So she kind of already had like a taste of it. So then I knew me coming out and telling her again, it was gonna break her heart again. So it was like hard for me to tell my mom.
Yeah.
Like, because I didn't want to like do that to her again. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Like, and I already knew like how she felt. She's very like Christian and
Oh wow.
like,
So she's
she's like,
by the
this is
books.
not what the Bible says.
God.
This is not, it's a phase. This is not who you are. On that. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of like similar in a sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Stories.
gonna say that. What advice would you give to people who are living in the closet? Like, even at this age, like, not even just young people, but like it'd be
old people, man.
People that ain't
like,
just never told nobody.
Man, I would say, look, live your life. You know what I'm saying? You only got one life to live, and life is too short. So, I understand there's like, it's like some people may think, oh, I'm going to hell, or, what will my family think? What will my kids think? So I think if people love you, genuinely love you, and not saying like if you tell your kids or your parents and then they just frown upon it, they don't love you, they just don't understand it. So people don't understand what they don't know, but eventually they'll come around. So you know what I'm saying? Just be you, live your life, live your truth, man, because ain't nothing worse than somebody living a life that is fake.
Yeah.
People in relationships with, men, women, or whatever, they're married, and then they're doing things on the down low. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You see that far too often.
For nobody.
It ain't safe for nobody. Yeah. So, if y'all want to be safe, healthy, and just living your truth, man, just live your life to the best that you can. And the people that love you, and they may not be supportive like right then in that moment, because you have to allow the other people time. You got to give them time. So you can't expect sometimes like for people to be like, oh, okay, I still love you, to embrace you. Sometimes that stuff takes time. So
just like you're taking your time to come out, give them the time to accept it.
Give them the time to accept it. So, but that's my advice. Just live your life, live in your truth. Life is too short, and just love yourself enough to do that, to live in your truth. Don't be miserable. Don't be miserable. Just do you.
I feel like for my advice for younger people would be to do it when you're ready. Don't be peer pressured into doing it because you see it all around or because it's so normal. But do it when you're ready to do it, right? Do it when you feel like this is the time. I want to tell my family members. I want to tell the world. I want to, do it when you're ready. For my advice to people who are living at, like, old age, like, and they came out, like, when you gonna start living, baby? Like, it's time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard living a life that you have to hide. It's like you live in a double life where you go and work at the hospital and then at the strip club at night. You know what I'm saying? Because that's two separate lives you're trying to live, and that can't be like something that you want to do forever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And life is short. You never know.
Because some people will take that stuff to their grave.
Yeah,
man,
all the way.
Like, just live a life of like
disappointment, unhappiness,
man.
Like,
and then your spouse is like, they trying to figure out, like, they thinking it's them.
Yeah.
But they don't understand, like, you
got mentally scarring other people at the same
Yeah,
time.
because they thinking they less of a woman or less of a man because you got this whole way because you're not happy with that person because you want to be with somebody else. In sense, like, you just want to be with somebody else because but it's not fair to your partner. It's not fair to you. So I always look at it from both perspectives. Like, those are for people that are older in a relationship, and some people with kids. It ain't fair. It ain't fair to your kids. It ain't fair to your partner. It ain't fair to you.
Yeah, be true to yourself. You know what I'm saying? And even going back to being genuine, you have to still be genuine with yourself, right? You can't be faking it. Like, you don't want to live life faking it.
So what would you say about people who, because I know you said your mom is like a Christian, what would you say about like people like that who are like living the lifestyle of Christianity and, but just like walking by faith with God, and it's like, okay, it's not, God said this is not okay, but they're still struggling with okay, but this is who I am, but I'd rather, you know what I'm saying, go by what the Bible says than to live my truth.
That's hard, because I'm kind of in that category of what, because I walk by faith. I am a Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ, right? I also believe that no sin is greater than the next.
I feel you.
Some Christians will portray as if they have no sin, or their sin is less because they don't sleep with a woman and they're a woman, or they don't sleep with the same sex. But you're sleeping with a man and you're not married to that man. It's the same exact thing. You know what I'm saying? You lying is the same exact thing.
Absolutely.
No sin is greater than the other. So at the end of the day, like, have your relationship with God, know that is secure, and live your life. Like, I understand, like, I really truly, because it's like I said, it's hard for this question, because it's like, I know you have to walk, and you can't just pick certain things out of the Bible that you say, oh, this is it, but this is not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I personally, from the verses that I read, do not hear God say, don't be, you know what I'm saying? Don't love somebody else because of their sexuality. That's not in the Bible, right? But Christians will sit here and they judge you for for loving. Yeah. Basically, you know what I'm saying? You're loving somebody. God says to love everybody. To love everybody. I know people take verses and they hear it and they portray it, or they receive it differently. Yep. So
it's sometimes a lot of stuff in the Bible, because I believe in the Bible, and a lot of it is pure, but I think a lot of it has been
rewritten.
Yeah, just tampered with. It's been tampered with,
And it is true. It has.
But like she said, walking by faith, man. Like,
having your relationship with God, like, that's what it's about. Yep. God says, have a relationship with me. That's how you make it into the kingdom. Yep. It's not about, like, you lie today so you don't make it into the kingdom. Right. Or you know what I'm saying, you are with the same sex so you don't make it into the kingdom. Because I feel like it's about your relationship. It's about your heart. Yep. God sees the heart. Yep. And that's how I live, and that's what I'm a live by. You know what I'm saying? I know some people may frown upon what I'm saying right now. As a Christian, you should not be saying that, or, you know what I'm saying? But, like, everybody got to live their life. You only got one life to live.
Yeah, you definitely got one life to live.
It. And, you know what I'm saying?
You know, a lot of, like you said, a lot of Christians will say being gay is the ultimate sin. Like, there's nothing else.
It says who
that comes before that. There's, I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Like, where is that says in the Bible?
It's not even that, but, like,
being gay is the ultimate sin. If you're gay, you go to hell.
But like you said, you know, walking by faith, having that relationship with your God, you know, just being a good person, you know, doing good things for just in life, just in general. I feel like that's what God wants out of all of us. Right. You know, just to be good people, because it doesn't matter if you go and worship every single Sunday, Wednesday, whatever, you stay in the church. That does not make you a good person. That does not make you better than nobody else. You know what I'm saying? I'm a person that don't go to church, but I'm still a believer. I still walk by faith. I still have a relationship with God. I feel like I'm one of the ones. So I don't think you have to have, like, a place to, like, worshiping is good, fellowshipping is good, but I don't think you have to. I know you don't have to. I'm gonna say it. I know you don't, because you can build that relationship outside of the church. You know, so because I am where I am today because of my relationship with God. I am who I am because of my relationship with God.
Not because you went to the church.
Right.
Right. And I understand that for sure.
Yep.
I definitely understand. I've just recently started going back to church. And I'm glad that I found this church, though. Okay. Because it's been, I grew up in the church, right? Yeah. Going to church was all I knew growing up. But as an adult, and especially moving here from California to Florida, like, trying to find a church home has not been easy. I've gone to churches and I'm just like, you know, I'm hearing the word, but I'm not feeling the word. You know what I'm saying? And the church that I have found, like, I'm feeling it. The pastor, like, he speaks, and you can tell that he is speaking from, like, what he is hearing from the Lord. Like, And
he's probably not as judgmental.
He's not getting up on that altar and saying, oh, this sin is bad. Mm-hmm. You should not do this. This is not how you should live. He's more so telling you how you should live. Right. And the tool. So we're reading the Bible right now in church. So he's basically talking about the Bible and saying, like, these are the tools that you need for life. Basically showing us how to read it. Because, not everybody knows how to read the Bible. And even if you're reading the Bible, you may not understand the Bible. Right. So understanding it and everything. Mm-hmm. So it's really been, it's really good. And I love the church. It's called Journey Church. If y'all in the area, check it out for sure. Even check it out on YouTube. They got a YouTube. Yeah. They stream the church. But Journey Church is where it's at, y'all.
And I'm not saying, don't go to church, because I still will listen to a lot of sermons, mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because some stuff just come to me, mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, that was meant for me. Yeah. So I'm not opposed to it. If you find a good church that, you know what I'm saying, that you feel in your heart is like they speaking to you, mm-hmm. They speaking to your language, they speaking to your people, or just in general, do that. Because I did go to a church like that when I was in St. Louis, and man, she was a great pastor, mm-hmm. Because she didn't preach at you. She just did it with you, and it was an understanding. It wasn't so judgmental, right. Because as a young kid, I didn't understand. I was afraid. The church that it made me afraid, because it's like, oh my gosh, I can't mess up in life. Yeah. Because God is gonna punish me. Right. If I do this one little thing. Oh, if I like another woman, I don't want to go to hell. Mm-hmm. So
everything you do, you're gonna go to hell.
Yeah. So it was like, I don't want to be punished. Yeah. I really want to be me. How can I just be me? Well, God, I don't understand. So as a kid, that kind of mess with me mentally, mm-hmm. Because it's I steered away from churches. I mm-hmm. steered away because I had pastors reach out to me and basically, the whole pastor oh, I can convert you back to being straight or something like that. And I'm like, nah.
See, that's a red flag for me. Because it's I feel like if anything, you pray for me, right? If that's how you really feel, pray for me. Why you feel like you can just convert me? And that type of shit that turns me off. That's the wrong that's the wrong way to go.
It did turn me off totally. And check this out. This is a guy that the pastor is someone that I grew up with. My mom's best friend's son. He turned his life around and he's a pastor or whatever. Mm-hmm. So it's just I felt some type of way, and I told my mom about it, and she's like, what? He reached out, he said that? And I was like, yeah. So and then I saw him again at my auntie's funeral, and he was like, won't you come to the church? Now you get to the point you just begging, you thirsty, because you have a motive. Yeah. You have a motive to try to turn me around in some type of way. Yeah. One, you're not God. Right. I know some of the word. I'm not heavily into church, but I know my God. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I know my God is not going to let me down. I know my God is going to love me for who I am. Yeah. So that's kind of why I stopped going. But again, if there's some church homes out there that's giving you what you need, go for it.
Yeah. Yeah. I do truly believe that it's your relationship with God is built outside of those church walls, right? That's built on Monday through Friday, not just on Sunday. I mean, Monday through Sunday, but not just on Sunday. Yep. And yes, community is one thing, right? I do feel like church is community. It's nice to know that other people around you are also struggling, but also praying and also worshiping. And also, you know what I'm saying? You can relate to people, right? Mm-hmm. And when 2 or 3 are gathered, you know what I'm saying? It really does change things in prayer. I really, truly do believe that. Yep. So that's why I'm happy that I have found this church. But I do 100% agree that, church has jaded a lot of people. And it's, I don't even want to say the church in general, but it's the church people, right? Yeah. The church people judging so heavily. The church people, you know what I'm saying? Trying to convert you and looking down upon you. Mm-hmm.
The gossip, so church is worse than the street sometimes, because people congregate and they be congregating about why she wearing that, or why her kid like that, or why is he, worried about the wrong things instead of, like you saying, praying for that brother.
Yeah.
Praying for that sister, praying for your,
it goes back to your relationship with God, though, because if you have a true relationship with God, that's not the person that you are, because that's not of God. It's to gossip and to talk about people and to judge people. Like, so if you are doing that, you need to look within, turn to yourself and say, wow, because it's not, you are not God, and you cannot judge nobody. Because at the end of the day, the only judgment that matters is when you're looking face to face at God, and when He said, "Well, why did you judge so and so when that wasn't your job?" What you gonna say then? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So stop looking at other people's sin as any greater or worse than yours. Like, yeah, that's one thing I feel like.
That's just something that we do, and God, we pray to God to forgive us. So God is a forgiving God when you. It is. So, but yeah, that's my take on it.
So my last question, I feel like this is a good question to end it off on. At what point do you feel like it's safe to say, yeah, I made it?
For me, I would say freedom. I would say, and what that means, what that comes with is like financial freedom. Freedom to roam and do whatever you wish in every single way. So if I want to get up and just vlog all day, or just whatever the situation is, for me, that's when I say I done made it. Because it ain't even really got to do with money.
Yeah.
It's just having the free will to do what I want to do, mentally, spiritually, and monetarily. So that's what that is. That's what that means to me. That freedom.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. And just to like add on to that is when I could give my mama everything that she's ever wanted. Yeah. Right. Like that's what I feel like repaying my mom is what I do this for. Yeah. Right. Yep. It's bigger than me. It's better than me. This is really for my mama. You know what I mean? Like my mama been my rock. My mama been like through hell, and she's still, you know what I'm saying, still keeping faith, still keeping strong, still being a great example for me and my sisters and my brother. And like really, like I just want to repay my mama back. Yeah. Like, and it's not, and I don't even want to say repay, because it's like not a repay. I just want to do for my mama. You know what I mean? I just want to put her in that big house, put her in whatever car she wants, take her to whatever trip she wants. You know what I'm saying? And regardless of the material things, I want my mama to be happy. Yep. I want my mama to have peace. Yep. You know what I'm saying? I want her to genuinely like not have a care in the world.
Just worry about things, It's like, Ma, you gonna be we good, Ma. Like we good, Ma. And I'm in the same boat as you with that. Like being able to take care of my family is the number one thing. Yeah. And so that's what that freedom, that financial freedom in every way, my family is intertwined in just that. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm free, and if I'm free financially, then I'll be able to do more for my family. Yeah. Because everybody wants, especially depending on how you were raised, or how you come up, or what your mother or what your father has done. Everybody wants to get that back in some type of way.
You should anyway.
I feel like you should. Yeah. So that is a goal of mine, to take care of my family and just make sure they ain't really got to worry about nothing. I put the worry on me so they don't have to worry about it. Yeah. Truly. So my grind every day is basically for my family.
Yeah, that was a good little Q&A, though.
Man, we got deep with yours, man. That was solid for sure. We got deep with it.
You know I would get deep.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's a good, that's a good vlog, man.
Yeah, for part 2 of the Q&A, real life type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said already, you already know the drill, but I'm going to say it every time. Make sure you subscribe, hit that bell, baby. Like the video and leave a comment. I want to know. But actually, comment in the leave a comment asking questions that you want us to follow up on. We could do
Absolutely.
like a part 3 of that thing.
We definitely. Y'all make sure y'all leave it in the comments. You know, my comments, her comments.
Yeah.
If y'all want to hear more of some of the topics that we talked about, you know what I'm saying. If y'all want a story time or just
the questions we asked could have gone on and on and
Yeah,
on,
they
but
coulda.
you know we cut them short for the video. But yeah, if
Y'all gotta stick
if
around.
y'all want to know some more, let us know. Ask the questions, baby. Don't be shy.
Right.
Don't be shy. Come here, girl.
Ask the question, man. So we going up all 2024,
Yes,
man.
baby.
Make sure y'all subscribe to the channels.
Mm-hmm.
It don't cost you nothing. $0, man. Support. And I'll let you end it off.
Yo. Yeah. You already know what I say. Stay blessed, stay prayed up, and stay in your word, baby. It's Gucci over here. Let's get it. Let's go.
That was good, man.
Part 2.
You got deep. I'm like, okay. That's what's up, man. Yeah. I like how it went into another, you know what I'm saying, secular like questions, and then like you kind of went into a little deep.